Hello, hello, hello. Did I scare you? I was a couple minutes late there, friends. How are you? Welcome to Friday Night Scrapbooking. Hello, friends. So good to see you. Okay, I just have to do some quick hellos. Let's see. I have to scroll all the way back up. Janice, Shirley, Cheryl, Susan, Gwen, Terry, Kathy, Naomi, Carrie's here, Christina. Welcome, everyone. So good to see you. Carolyn, Tina, Judy, Rietta's here, Bunny, Victoria, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, I love seeing all the places you guys are from. And I love that you just jump on and say, hey, I'm here from Kentucky. I'm here from Maine. I'm here from Canada, whatever, wherever you are. Big virtual big hugs to you. And thank you so much for joining me tonight for Friday Night Scrapbooking. So we've got kind of something fun tonight for you. And if I didn't get to say your name, it's still Deb, Marty, Michelle, Mary's here, Liz, Ann, Helen, Courtney, Nancy, Linda. Oh, so good to see all of you guys. Sandy's here. Thank you all for saying hello and big welcomes to you. Welcome to anyone who's new. And if you're new, these are some of the places that you can find me. And I love to share scrapbooking, organizing, paper crafting, all things like that. And, you know, there's just so many things that I enjoy doing that I love sharing with you as an audience. So thank you for hopping on and making this possible. Your love, your thumbs up, your comments, all of those good things just means so much to me as a content creator to keep bringing you these lives and videos and all these different things so that we can come together as a community. It's just so much fun. So welcome. Okay, I wanted to just jump in. So tonight is a little bit different because as I was kind of going through my vast inventory of videos for you, can we say I've been doing this a while now? And there's a lot of videos for you. So one of the things you might have noticed, there's been kind of a theme, which is I'll do like a scrapping video, but then I want to do like a tips and tricks or, you know, quick and fun, or like a combination video where I can kind of take a lot of the different material that I've been talking about and say, here's a resource video for you. And what I mean by that is like the peekaboo pockets, right? Like you've heard me talk about peekaboo pockets in 25, 30 different videos, but then we made a video that was just all about peekaboo pockets. So then if you need to go, oh, how do I use those peekaboo pockets again? You can go back to that video as a resource. So tonight's video is going to be a little bit like that as well. We're going to talk about titles. This is nothing new. I've talked about titles so many times in so many different ways. But again, this is a way of kind of corralling all of that information for you, showing it in one place to kind of jog your memory. And I'm not going to be able to cover everything. There are so many different ways to make titles for our albums and our pages, right? But this will be kind of a gathering place to give you that inspiration that I love sharing so that you can jump out and then go make titles galore on your pages. So we're going to talk about all those different types of titles. Okay, so Victoria, I just saw your comment. I bought 2 carts for my birthday. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Carts are, you know, just the thing, right? They are just the thing. Audrey's here.
Do you have a black pen that is water soluble?
Water soluble? I don't think so. I'd have to think about that, sweetie. Okay. All righty. So, all right, let's go back. And so tonight, as I mentioned, we are going to talk about fast and fun titles, but not just fast and fun titles, but like what makes up all of those different ways we can make titles. But before we do that, I want to share what's new because there's some great news and what's new. So let's go take a look at that. Whoops, one more button. Well, that just kind of, whoa, there we go. Finished that one off. Okay, what do you guys think? There's some fun new products, wouldn't you say? The C's Please. How many of you, raise your hand, did you already order? I already ordered. Of course, because of the US holiday and shipping times and all that good stuff, boy, I don't even know when that's going to come in. Maybe next week. But oh, so many good things coming in. So the C's Please, can't wait to share that with you. Some fun ideas and also the new Totally Tonals collection. So there's a promo that's going on with that, which if you buy the 3 different sets, you get paper and mat cards this time. That's new. So check it out if you'd like and see what you might like to enjoy. And there's some other surprises. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that later on. So, okay, yep. Everybody's like, yep, I already ordered. I already did it. It was, you know, that came out on Wednesday. So it's already been in the cart and, you know, off. So, yeah, I know, Sandy, I need to go on another Alaskan cruise so that I can use that collection. It's so pretty, so pretty. But did you guys notice there is a paper with bears on it? Did you guys notice that? So can I just say we're going to scrap a page, a bear scrapbook page together when I get that kit in. So I saw that I just did a close-up of the bear paper. I'm like, oh, we're going to do that, friends. We're going to get the bear punch out. We're going to get the bear paper. We're going to just do everything bear and get those pictures printed onto a page. In case you haven't heard, we have friendly visitor bears around here. And there was one that crawled right underneath where I'm sitting and didn't stay for a while, but yeah. That was fun. All right, friends. So let's jump in tonight. I have got to see if I disconnected my overhead camera. So let me just click that and see if it's still working for you. And if not, let's see. Is that it? Okay. Whoop, there we go. All right, it's working. So little something upside down though. Let me get you guys right side up. There we go. All right. So that's just weird. Okay, why is it? It's just looking kind of weird, but all right. Well, I'm going to rock and roll you just a bit there. So there we go. We have an overhead view. So as you can see, I have a lot of different things on my desk, and we're going to talk about a few of these tonight, and then we're going to kind of do show and tell. So we're going to give you an example. What am I talking about? And then we're going to do show and tell to see how does this actually look on a scrapbook page. And hopefully that'll just give you what you need to know and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's see, a polar bear. Yeah, I'm going to use the polar bear border pen. You got it. It's going to be so much fun. So, and Sue's just got back from Alaska last week. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so fun. And Johnny just ordered, Johnny or Joni, I'm not sure. Just ordered, probably Joni. Just ordered the Totally Tonal and the C's Please. Awesome. Okay, so in front of me, I have all these things. I have an album that I need to share with you as well. And I've got a start of a list. And you're kind of probably wondering, Lauren, what are you talking about 10 and a half ways? Well, you got to stay tuned to find out. But I'll give you a little sneak peek, because what I'm going to do is actually, there is something just really strange going on. Let me see. Is this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I had the wrong thing selected. That's so much better. There we go. Widescreen. Widescreen. Okay. Tech. Okay. There we go. So that looks better. Now, what I'm going to share is my list for you. Let's talk about 10 and a half ways to add titles to your pages. Okay, so when I was thinking about all the different things that I've done, all the different techniques, all the different ways, we kind of can group them into a few categories. So we're going to go over some of those tonight, and I'm going to give you examples. And then, like I said, we're going to jump in and share what they look like on pages, on actual pages. So, okay. So the first one is sticker titles from sticker sheets. So what does that mean? Okay, so as you know, let me see if I've got the right one. Yep. Okay, I'm going to just adjust us just one more time. Here we go. There we go. That's just a little bit better, so you have a little better view. Sticker titles on sticker sheets. What do I mean by that? Well, as you know, Creative Memories stickers come in 3 different sheets, types of sheets. We usually have a sheet that's borders, okay, so like 12-inch borders. This is usually, not 100%, but usually. We usually have IKON stickers, right? Like, the things that we can use to cluster and embellish. And then we have kind of word stickers. Now, not all of these look like this, but this was a really good example to show you the 3 different types of sheets. And by the way, this, I have to say, was one of my favorite collections. This is called Wide Open Places. And friends, it's on sale right now. So if you like these, oh my goodness, go get it. And I've done a video where we made a border with this collection. So cute. So don't forget, it's on sale, and some of the products in here did go on low inventory. So just so you know, I love to make sure you're in the know. Okay, so sticker titles on sticker sheets. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That they've already done the artwork, found a fun quote, found something to put on a sticker for us, and these make it super duper easy, right, to create a title. Now, of course, one of my fun things that just to me make it even more special, more, easier is to take these fun titles and then stick them on a layering shape. And then to me, the sticker really feels like it is special, like it is a title. Like you could just take, I'm just trying to see if there's a good, I just grabbed a pack here. Let's see. Hello, darling. Would that be cute on that one? So, or let's see. Easy, love this. I'm wondering which one would work. Feeling dandy. That one might work. Life is tough, my darling. Look at that. That's a perfect fit. But so are you. So you can just easily take a sticker, bam, just off like that. I'm trying to get it straight. Not tilted, Carrie, straight. Just like that. You can take a sticker, put it on a layering shape, and you've got a wonderful, cute little title ready to go. You can just add that to a page and you are on your way. Okay, so that is one of the easiest, quick, fun, fast, easy titles, right? Just grab the sticker sheet with whatever collection you've been working, and you can grab a layering shape, you can create a layering shape, you can punch a layering shape and put that down as your title. Okay, let's go back to my list. What's number 2? Sticker letters, of course. Well, I mean, we've always talked about sticker letters, right? And as you know, I'm going to come back over here. There we go. I have a binder, several binders with my ABC stickers in it. So this is how I like to store my ABCs. And this is just, if you want quick, fast, and, just not have to think about it, just get the job done. This is a quick and easy way. You just grab your sticker letters, whatever, font you have that you like. Here's one. You can see I like using my blacks, and you just put the title down. You just write whatever title you want on your page, right? So get your sticker letters organized. That's the best tip I have for you if you want to create sticker titles, and then have them at your fingertips and easy. I love having them in this notebook. This is the fill and file sleeves, and then the fill and file notebook. So I have this, easy reach right behind me. I have it labeled. There you go. You can see labeled on the side. These are my black and white ABCs. Yes, because I have a little bit of an overstock of ABCs from many years, many scrapping years, right? So that's item number 2 is sticker letters. Just as easy as that. You take your sticker, you peel it off, and you make a title. And oh yes, thank you for reminding me, Deb. Yes, using Titletopia. Okay, so what is Titletopia? Let me grab it. I actually think I still may have a few of the latest edition in my shop. This one, the Arcs and Waves, Titletopia. Now these were from eons ago. These were old school Titletopia. If you kind of remember here, let me get one of these, the circles. Do you guys remember these from way back? Yeah, okay, there we go. So if you can see the name Titletopia right there, yep, that's from eons ago. These are old school from long ago, but Creative Memories then redid Titletopia. And like I said, I still have a few of these in my shop. And I actually really like this one for creating title sticker letters. So that's a really good idea. Let's just take a minute and do one and show you how that works, how it's so easy. In fact, this is one time where, I'm going to I have my awesome glass mat, but you could also, if you don't have a glass mat, you could grab your silicone mat. I think that might be a little easier for you to see. Yes, it looks like that is a little easier for you to see. Let me turn it this way so we can see the numbers. And the idea for Titletopia then, or, you know, for any kind of, you could use another thing I've shared about using for adding sticker letters is when you have your foam square sheets. Okay, here's a tip. We're going to put this all in one video so you have it all to remember. When you finish your sheets, either with the tape chips or the foam squares. Now that's really weird. I don't have any in here. But let's just pretend this was an empty one. Usually I just keep them in here. I wonder if I have my tape chips. Either one of these are awesome because basically it's just sticker backing paper, right? So I guess I didn't think of that beforehand, but this just sticker backing paper. So these are also really good items to use for helping adhere stickers. So what I mean is just grab, I mean, you don't have to have a big piece, but if you know, like once you use that up, keep that piece. And I think I must have put it in a different bin. I love keeping these little backing papers from your foam squares. And this is another perfect thing to use if you don't have a Titletopia. Titletopias are awesome, or you can use this. And let me grab some white ABCs. And should I just use these and show you how pretty they are? Because these are also on Last Chance. These are the white script ABCs. And I'm just going to grab a couple out from here. I think I've got, yeah, we'll see if I need any other ones. So on these, let's just, yeah, the totally tonal sticker sheets also, yes, great idea, Kathy, work really well. And Kathy says she loves her 20 plus year old Titletopias. Yeah, the black lines are wearing off. Oh my goodness, you have used them then. Okay. The letter sticker binder, yeah, thank you, Diane. Okay, so yeah, good. I know we were talking about that at the crop, right? Mixing, just getting it all down. Okay, so let's say I want to create a sticker title and just say, I don't know, what are we going to put on here? Let's see. So much fun. Love this. You're going to need your multi-purpose tool too. Because this, you always need one of these to go with your titles. What should we write? What should we write, friends? Yeah, let's just do love this. So here's an L. And, you know, stickers always have that little itty bitty inside piece. So the L is going to have a little bit of a descender, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about letters. This one, because it's kind of a, well, actually we could do it above. We don't have to go below. Let's just do that. So we're going to put on here, love this. And this is a zero, I mean like a centering. So you can start at the center and work out. But just for time's sake, the idea is we start, I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. You start the letters and you just, there we go. You put the bottom of the letter on that little black line on the Titletopia, right? So let's do L. Oh, now what's fun about the scripty letters is that you can kind of connect them. Have you guys played with these? They're fun because you can connect, kind of make it look like they are connected. Here's the V, love. Okay, and then the E. And again, make sure you get that little dot out of the E. So see where that little bump comes out? I like to scoot my letter right in there next to that. So there we have love. And let's get a T. And then we're going to, give a little space. This, the Titletopia gives you the little space. And we're going to go T, H. Okay, took the little loopy out of the H. And I. The I has a dot, but we're not going to worry about the dot right now. And see how I'm connecting the loops? And now we're going to do the S. Love this. And see how that S, you can just get that right in there and connect it. So you can kind of, well, this one's not quite high enough. I'm going to put it right there, just like that. Okay, love this. Just kind of tucked along that line. I may want to move that S up just a smidge. It's kind of bugging me, but let's just see how that works. There. And then you basically have this free. So you have it ready to go, and then you can move it around wherever you're going to place it. That's what I love about the Titletopia. You get to move it so that you can decide where on your page, or let's say if I'm going to put it on a strip, where I'm going to put this. So if I want to, let's see if I'm going to, I have to do some layering, friends. I can't just, stick letters down. I'm going to take and say, all right, I want to add a little decoration to this. I like this little, looks like a pussy willow almost, huh? Little piece of that. And then I'm going to put my title so that it's layered right on top. And then you just set it down. Okay, I didn't get it straight, so now it's straight. Line it up. That's why I love all these lines. And then you just touch the top down. Boom, just like that. And then you kind of just lift and make sure those bottom pieces come off. And you hold, I like, that's, at least this is how I've done it for years. You hold the top, make sure that's stuck down, and then you just kind of lift the bottom off. And then we have to remember to go back in and dot our I. So let's go get the dot for the I on here. I, come on. There we go. This. And now you have a fun stickered title, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you some other applications that I have in my albums, but thank you, Debbie, for reminding us about Titletopia. I haven't actually demoed that, I don't think, and so that was really, really fun. Okay, so that you can use, I think there's other manufacturers that have this as well. Plus, if you don't have that, like I said, you can also just use a little piece of sticker backing paper. Okay, so there's ABCs. Let's go in. The dot is called a tittle. Thank you, Carrie. I learned something new. I did not know that. Okay. All right, and let's go back to all the different things. So we've talked about sticker titles from sticker sheets, sticker letters, and even demoed the sticker letters. Now we can also talk about laser cut titles, and these are truly kind of one of my favorites. And as I was flipping through some of my albums, I go, wow, I use a lot of those. A lot. I use that a lot. And so this is what one of the most recent laser titles we have, right? From the Cat and Dog collection. Love is a four-legged word. And so these are just so beautiful. The lettering is already done for us, the cutting is already done for us. But basically, it just has your title, you know, a beautiful structured title ready for your page, just ready to go, already cut as a layer, right? Okay, so that one is easy. So we've done stickers. That's a quick and easy, fun and fast. We've done sticker letters, letter stickers, ABC stickers. That is quick. And the lasers are really, can be really quick. Okay, so I showed that one too. If, remember, you are organized and you can grab those and take a flip through. So let me just come back out for a minute here. And remember, I have a whole video. So again, I'm not going to go into all details, but I have a video on how I have all my laser titles organized. And you see this one that says the best? When I show one of my albums, see if you can find that when we go through it. So you can see it's got celebrate, the best, believe, blessed, you know, it's all alphabetical order. So I can just kind of flip through and see what laser titles I have in my stash, and also, you know, what I might be able to coordinate with the pages that I'm working on, because some of these are not like by collection, they're just miscellaneous layered titles, laser titles, right? So again, this is the fill and file notebook that I have these organized in. And a lot of people asked, well, what are these? These are 4x4 scrapbook page sleeves. They're linked on my Amazon favorites, and then I just cut 4x4 white cards, slip them in so that I can use both the front and the back. So it gives a pocket on the front and it gives a pocket on the back. Okay, I've talked a lot about these organizational things on my Tidy Up Tuesdays, but it really helps. So Kathy, didn't it help? Yes. Doesn't it help to have all of your laser? I know it's like a labor of love, but you just put on your favorite show and sit there and, you know, favorite show that you're watching at the time, and sit there and kind of just go through your titles. And it just makes such a difference when you're ready to scrapbook, that you can go one place instead of, you know, 25 or 30 different collections, and have them ready at your fingertips. Good. I'm so glad, Kathy. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Okay. And you know what? I know it's probably, it's work, but it saves you so much time on the other side. So, so let me see. Okay. I know, that's so fun. Would you, Shannon is asking, would you layer the laser title? Absolutely. You could absolutely layer those lasers as well, especially the smaller ones, so that they kind of stand out more. You know, put those on a shape, put this on a big circle or something like that. And wow, it'll just pop out that much more. Let me just see if I have my my big, I don't know if I have my big title, my big circles, and I just saw them. Where are they? Here they are. Let's just see. Like if you had, right, boom, love is a four-legged word on a layering shape. Yeah, absolutely. Got that down. You could even do another layer with pattern paper. So cute, right? Just do a bigger circle, pattern paper, and what a great, great addition that would be. Okay. Michelle, yes, the titles that I'm showing here are Creative Memories titles. They release them throughout the different years. I think I still have 2 different sets available in my retired product shop at Scrap Some Joy, craftsomejoy.com, Scrap Some Joy shop. But you know, there's other ways you can get these, of course, as well. Okay, so we can cut our own, right, Carrie? We've talked a lot about cutting our own. In fact, that's one of the things we're going to talk about too. Okay, let's go back to our list. So we've done stickers from sticker sheets, sticker letters, laser cut titles. That's what I was just showing you. How about matte card titles? This one, again, is so stinking easy, right? When we have a matte card, and look at that, a little dirt never hurt. This again is from the Wide Open Places collection, and such a cute collection. So think about all the different ways you could use this. Now, typically, I don't just leave my whole map card like this and plop it down. Not usually. I mean, occasionally I have, but usually I will take a look at that title and figure out how I can use that in a different way. And so when I show you my albums, we're going to kind of pick those out as well. But these are just an easy one you can cut, then layer again. You know, think about putting those on some layering shapes, different shapes, and bam, you've got such a fast title. Now, how about this one? This is another fun title, Making Memories. Isn't that cute? Now, sometimes also, not all collections are the same, but sometimes they'll have the title going one direction on one side and the other direction on the flip side, right? So you can see these are done that way. You have the portrait mode or landscape mode, right? So you can kind of figure out which way you'd like to add it to your page. Sometimes you need a space filler, right? And so you might want to use the whole card, but sometimes you may want to cut that down. Okay, so that's a super fast and easy one, is using the coordinating matte packs that also have titles printed on them as well. Okay, now we're getting, those are the super simple, easy, fast, fun, right? Now we're going to kick it up a notch as we go down the list, okay? And we're going to add a little bit more to how we create our titles. So the next one we're going to talk about is die cut letters, okay? Number 5, die cut letters. How do we do that? So as most of you may know by now, I am infatuated with my dies. I know someone mentioned like, oh my gosh, you know, when I first started watching you, you had like one little bin of dies and now you have dies everywhere, right? And yeah, my die collection has kind of evolved over the last few years. Now, the interesting thing though, I have to say, is that when I get my dies and when I both dies and stamps, when I look for those items in particular, I lean more towards how to use them with scrapbooking rather than card making. You can use them for both, but when my kind of personal thing is I love alphabets, I love fonts, and using all those different things. But that is kind of, I try to corral my spending, my shopping within those limitations of what I can scrapbook with, or what would be both. So just saying, yep. But let's talk a little bit about die letters. So I'll be doing a Tidy Up Tuesday soon, which will kind of go over my stamp and die stations. But I have talked about those before. And in fact, let me just, so my dies are kept similar to this. Let me grab one. I should have done that. 1 second. Okay, so trying to find one that has, okay. So I have different die sets that I collect from all over the place. So a lot of people say, "Oh, Lauren, where did you get that one?" I don't sometimes know. Because if I see an alphabet and I think it's cute and it's reasonable, I'll order it. So I keep my dies, my metal dies, on a magnet sheet, 5x7 magnet sheet, and then I love these vinyl pockets. And I've talked many times about these. This is the same storage. It's the same pocket I use for my stamps and for my dies. And then I use the bins from Target, the Bright Room bath bins that hold these perfectly. So you can just kind of see how I store my metal dies. And I do have them by category, and we will go through that, I promise, in a tidy up. So I have thin alphas, block alphas, bold alphas, all these, fancy script, da 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 da. They're all categories like that, but it's kind of small groups so that I can get in there and flip through and go, okay, that's about the size that I need and that I want for, the title that I'm doing. So you can see here, like I just used this font and I use this as a matte card. So a lot of times I like using the thicker matte cards from a collection for my die cuts, for my different die cuts. Like here's another one. And here, this one, I wanted to talk for a minute about sticking die cut letters down. And this is also a little, kind of a little side note. One of the adhesives that I like, this is called Elizabeth Craft Designs. This comes in a roll. Have you guys, I forgot to grab that too. Let me grab it. Have you guys seen that one? It's in a big roll, and it's like the giant roll of double stick tape. Okay, so this one is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I think there's all different manufacturers. You can either get these in sheets, like 8.5 by 11 sheets if you want, different things. But the idea is when you have itty bitty little dies like this is one way that you can, where is that? Help yourself by putting adhesive on the back. So if you look at this one, I die cut the word eggs, and I'll show you this one in my album. But I went ahead and I stuck this paper on the back first so that once they were die cut, I just had to peel off the backing and they were sticky. So another way that you can do that, and okay, I need to go find who told me this tip. And I am so sorry. I forgot to try finding it earlier. Let me see if I can just find who this was that gave me this tip. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I thought, okay, I'm going to try. Keep track. See if I can find it. If you guys know who I'm talking about, I may have to find it and just put it in the comments for you. Okay, or if you're here, oh, here we go. It's from MNAL MNAL gal 4412. Okay, she left this tip and I thought, I have never tried this before. I'm going to try it. And it was awesome. For placing die cut letters without tweezers, position your letters as you want them, then lay a strip of washi tape over them and press lightly. Turn over the entire strip of letters to apply adhesive. Now you can turn the strip back over, adhere the letters to the page, and gently remove the washi tape. Wow! Someone, she said she doesn't know where she got that tip from, but it was somewhere on YouTube. So do you guys want to see what I just talked about? Okay, so here's the moments. Okay, this is the word moments, M-O-M. Oh, you guys, I was rushing to get everything done today for you, but I still needed to do a few things. But this kind of gives you an idea how you work with dies. I'm just popping the letters out. This is a super skinny alphabet. And the reason I picked this one to share with you is because this is such a bugger to put adhesive on. Am I right? So, and I've tried it with a lot of different ways, and I tried this latest technique and it worked beautifully. So here we go. And let me know in the comments, has anyone done this? Has anyone tried it? Because I had not. And when I read that, I thought, oh, genius. I love that idea. Okay, so here's the word, right? Moments. And so we can line that up, and you could do that, you know, on your mat, on a grid, whatever. But I'm just going to use my craft mat so I can see that. Do you see how I have that? Moments. I'm going to get close for you guys. I'm going to get you close so you can see. Okay. Right. And then, so there's my die cut letters. Now, if you remember, if you were following along Tidy Up Tuesdays, you'll know that I found this at Daiso. This is Post-it tape. So you could use washi tape, or I actually tried it with the Post-it tape. So this is just like super thin. Now you could also use the paper tape that a lot of us use for die cuts too. But anyhow, I thought, oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to take this and lay it down. Okay. Ta-da! Right? I mean, it is genius. I love this idea. You take it, you flip it over, and now those are all in the right place. And you can just go and grab your adhesive glue and glue it. Or, you know, you could even try using this is a pretty skinny alphabet, but if it was a little thicker, you could use your repo adhesive because you've got that down. Isn't that awesome? And then you flip it back over and it's basically ready to go on your page. Isn't that awesome? Love that idea. So thank you for sharing that. I do love your comments and love reading all of that good stuff. Okay. Oops, sorry guys. So let me check the comments. Has anybody done that? Has anybody tried that? Yeah. Okay. I know. On a roll, 12 pages. Yes, done today. Awesome. Sherry, that is amazing. And Becky said, yes, she's tried this. And Carol said, Dorothy uses wax paper. Yeah, wax paper, great. Another great tip. But isn't that fun, Debbie? Yeah. Think about all the different applications for thin Post-it tape, or, you know, washi tape if you guys have washi tape. So that would work well. But I did try it in my album and I love that tip. So there you have another fun tip for die cut letters. And, you know, not all fonts are this skinny and hard to work with. You can definitely find some other fonts that are thicker and easier to glue down as well. So, okay. let's then, and I'm not going to, take you over to my die cut machine and do that. You guys can, you figure that part out. Okay, let's go on and talk about stamped letters. Yes, stamped letters. So let's, there are as many alphabets and stamped in stamps. I mean, I love fonts. What can I say? And I have a whole setup. I'm getting ready to share. I've done a lot, some reorganizing in the last week or so in my craft room, and I have a whole. Now I have like a stamp station and a die station, which I'm thrilled. And so my stamp station, as I mentioned, I have these organized in the vinyl pouches. And I know this has been a product that I introduced a while back, and it's really hard to find now. But these are dry erase sheets, and I don't know if anybody has tried ordering them lately, but they are from Apostrophe Crafts games, and they are like dry erase board sheets. And I love storing my stamps on here and then slipping them into the vinyl pouch. And I have, again, like I said, I have a whole video on how to do this as well. So I'm not going to, necessarily take the time to show you how to do stamped titles per se right now, but I am going to show you in my albums the technique. So there's really kind of two ways you can approach stamp titles. That is, one, you can put all the letters on your block and stamp it all at once, and you get kind of a spaced out title. It's kind of sounded funny, spaced out. Or you can do letter by letter. And sometimes I think that gives a really fun look. And I'm going to point out the different ways of stamping that way. Now, another fun thing you can do for stamp titles, you can use your shape makers and punch out a shape and then stamp on those, right? So you can stamp on shapes from your punches. And then if you make a mistake, not a big deal. And one of the things I do tend to do when I stamp, because it can be tricky, is I do like to stamp on something loose and then add it to my album. Sometimes I'm ready to just go right on the page. So it's kind of 50-50, but definitely a lot of wonderful stamps out there. One of my favorites I'll give a shout out to is Carrie Bradford Studio. You can see, let me see, is it right up here? See if it's going to focus on that. Kerri, Kerri Bradford Studio. I mean, if you're a font lover, just go to her website and you can just sit there and drool, because she has amazing, amazing stamps and fonts, and the quality of these stamps is amazing as well. So big shout out to Kerri. She's, an independent shop owner, but does beautiful fonts and collections. Okay, I get so excited. I'm talking so much about titles. All right. So any questions? Yeah, okay. Love the Post-it tape. And Cindy says, yep, I love it for the cutouts for when you do work on your silhouette or your Cricut too. So let's go back to the list, because I know we've got more to do there. So we talked about number 6, which is stamped letters. And Cindy, you are right on track talking about number 7, which is electronic cut titles. And when we have those, usually we do that in Cricut Design Space or Silhouette Studio. And one of the easy ways to do that is just to grab a font that you love and then type in the word that you want to cut and let it go. I mean, it's just as easy as that. So I'm going to do a quick screen share and just, again, kind of share what silhouette. This is a Cricut design space. So I just recently, today, typed out this word coloring and cut it. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like in my album. But it can be just that simple where you just open your design, either Silhouette Studio or Cricut Design Space, type, find a font that you like, and then, size it to whatever size you want. You can see the grid right here goes 1 to 3. I knew I needed it to be just a smidge longer than 3 inches for the space I had. And so you can do that and then, size it however you want it. You can create layers, and I'll show you some choices with layers and different things, but you can do all of that in these electronic cutting programs. And if you want to learn more about that, Carrie and I have teamed up several times where we've talked about Silhouette and Cricut and all different things and how to use this in your albums, how to cut titles, how to cut digital files and all that. So I'm just going to refer you back to those videos for that. I do want to point out, this is, I mentioned this at my advisor crop. This is kind of one of my favorite fonts when I'm looking for a good cutting font. The little swishes and swooshes, you can't go super thin, or you just may have trouble with some paper and your cutter. So this one is called Amertha, Amertha. It is a Cricut font. I do have the monthly service for Cricut Design Space, and so I get a lot of fonts. And Deb and I were talking about that, how if you use this feature, it's really kind of worth it to have all those extra fonts at your fingertips. You can see, you can just click down and see all these different fonts that you can use. It says Cricut. If it has the little A, Deb told me if it has a little A, that means you have access, Cricut access. But you can just see all the amazing, amazing fonts that you can choose from right there in the program. You can also get anything from your system. So if you have, let me switch over. I'm going to just take this down and switch over to DaFont. This is one of my favorite font program, where you get fonts. DaFont.com, DAFONT.com. I've talked about this a lot. But if I were looking at Welcome Spring, that is a cute font, and that would cut really well because the little swooshes are not super duper thin. That would be a great cutting font. That's what I look for. And these are free for personal use. So if you're just working on your own albums, you can just go in there. There are always, always new themes and new fonts coming in. Look at that, 78,000 fonts on here. I mean, it's crazy, right? How many you can get. So those are some of the resources that I like to use for switching it up and going into electronic cut titles. And again, what do those look like? Well, I'll show you in my albums, but basically you can see that one I just showed you. This is the one I cut. That's coloring, and I'll show you that in my album, but it is just cut out from the paper. Here's another one that I did. This one says January, and those are both the same fonts. You can, like I said, choose any font you like and then do cut titles. I'm going to share some other ones as well from my books. Okay, so that's another way to add titles, electronic cut, number 7. All right, now let's go to number 8, which is Canva and digital printed titles. So let me just pull up Canva 1 second here. And once again, I have a whole video on how to do your titles as well. But Canva, let me find it. Remember, we were doing these fun little cards. Okay, let me do a screen share so you can see what I'm seeing here. This, remember this fun little tractor, how we talked about, you know, gone is not gone, that you can add things to your to Canva or a digital file. Just remember, when you buy a digital kit from Creative Memories, those have a lot of words in them. Those have those titles. Everything you find on a sticker sheet is going to be in the digital kit. But you can also come into Canva and just go add a heading and I don't know, what should I say here? You know, making it real. Whatever you want to whatever you want to say, right? You can make this as big as you want. You're going to add it. I had it set up as a 4x6 card. And then you can just print. You can download it from Canva, canva.com, and print at home, or you can upload it as a photo, as a JPEG, and print it where you get your pictures printed. And change the font here to whatever, you know, they have a ton of different fonts in Canva as well. And you can just easily manipulate those. It's just a pretty simple graphics program that you can use. Let me see if there's another fun one we can try here. Oh, they have some cute fonts in here. Let me see. What's this one? Yeah. So when you have a font, something like this, that is very thin and wispy, this is exactly the type that I would say print, download it, print it on. This is just a dot grid. You can take the dot grid off if you wanted. I love dot grid, so I put that dot grid in the background. And then these are just the, you know, the little pieces that we added in there. And the wispier fonts, the ones that have kind of a grunge look to it, those are the ones that I think look so great printed on a card and then added to your album. Okay, so that's just another tip and technique that you can use to add titles to your scrap. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. Okay, so that's Canva or digital printed titles. And Debbie, I know I've converted you, haven't I? Canva girl. She is all over it. And it's just such an easy program. There's a free version. You can do so much with the free. There is a paid version as well. And it gives you more choices for fonts and for functionality. But there is so much that you can do just with the free version of Canva. Okay, so number 9 is our next one, and that is punched titles. So punch titles. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, there's a lot of ways that you can look at punch titles. There are some punches that actually have a title in them for us, right? And so you can actually take something like this and create a title from the punch if it's, you know, got words on it. But another easy, fast, and fun way to add titles is with our tools. So you can take these basic shapes like the square and the circle and punch those out, and then add your sticker letters or your die cut letters to those. And what a fun technique that is. So let me grab a piece of white scratch paper so you can see. So you would just take and punch a shape, like I said, and then instead of, you know, working with it, say, in a strip like this, we would just then put these on the circles. And how cute is that? Let me get another one. Right? So then our title would have the punched shapes with it like this, and you can overlap them if you want. And then you just keep going with whatever letters that you want to spell out, whatever word you want to spell out, and add your punched shapes to your title. So that's another fun little tip. Pretty fast and easy compared to, some of the time it takes to do other things. This is also a perfect canvas, like I mentioned before, for stamped letters, right? So if you want to do stamping, and then if you make a mistake, who cares? Throw that circle away and then stamp it again, right? And you keep going. So don't forget to use your punches, your tools when you're creating titles for your pages. All right. And let's go back to my list again. And so that was number 9. And how about number 10? And that would be these things. Right? We all have these attached to ourselves, right? And I know some of us say, no, Lauren, I don't want to write with my hands. I don't want to do it. But there are some fun things you can do with your handwriting that can also make fun titles, right? So these are just doodles that you can do with your pens. Get your pens out, have some fun, play with that. And once again, it doesn't have to be on your page. Get a layering shape or just get a piece of scratch paper and practice, right? How to do something fun. So if you want, whoops, yikes, my drawer is not going in. Yep, uh-oh. Okay, yikes. Something happened with my drawer. Okay, so I just want to share one of my favorite little tips. And I know I mentioned that I am going to be doing a Love Your Lettering class. Right now, I am still trying to pull that off for next Saturday. But as you have seen, I've not posted a link for that because I want to be completely prepared and ready for that. So, so just stay tuned. More details are coming for that. But let's just say this is one of my fun little techniques. I'm going to show you how to do piece of cake. So this is another great use for Post-it tape, right? Let's get a little closer so you can see what I'm working on. So if you enjoy kind of doodling and using your hands, this is going to be a good one. If you want to try my lettering class, we'll have some fun with different things like this. Okay, so what I did is I have a Post-it here, and then what I want to do is just write the word cake. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and make my C. I'm going to go straight through A. I'm going to do a low crossbar K. I'm going to do a high K here and then an E. Okay, now I'm just freehanding this. It can be as easy as freehanding. It doesn't have to be super, fancy or anything, because your handwriting is your handwriting, and that's what's most important, right? So now I'm just switching to the fat point of my black pen, and I've kind of traced that out. And now if you feel more comfortable doing it in pencil, do it in pencil. So now I'm just going to make this a little thicker, and again, just going right straight through, and then I'm going to come back around and just add a little weight to my C. And then the A, I'm going to do the same thing, adding the weight to the left side. And I think I'm going to just leave the right side. Same thing for the K, adding some weight to the left side. And I'm doing this just kind of quickly. And then E, adding weight to the left. Okay. Now I feel like I need to add a little bit more to these lines, so I'm just going to go with my favorite labeling pen and just add a little more to these letters. Okay. And we're going to make our E lines just like this. And all right, now we have the word cake, right? But not really, friends, because watch the magic happen. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? So now what you can do is actually put some more words in here, right? So you can go in with your pen and say, time to eat your cake, right there. How about that? So it's just a really fun, easy way using your Post-its again, right? Your little Post-it notes, and a fun little tweak to your lettering. Now, do you think you guys could try that? Could you try it? Does that look easy enough for you to try? I want to see. I want to see if you can try it. I'd love to see if you could try that. Okay, I gave you an easy one, but sometimes just adding your writing to the page is an awesome way of adding titles. Okay? All right. So that was number 10, is using your own lettering, your own fingertips, your own pens, your own handwriting to add titles to your page. And the half, if you're wondering what, Lauren, what did you say? 10 and a half. The half, what I wanted to share with is, it's kind of a half because any of this also can be what we call fussy cut, right? So you can get in there and take a title, and instead of just putting it down on the page, you could fussy cut all around these letters and make your own title stand out. Or if you wanted to do that here with your lettering, you could fussy cut around that title. So don't forget to, the half part, my little reminder to make it a half was to don't forget to get your scissors and use these guys to do some other fun things with your pages as well. So if you have some other titles, where did I put the wide open spaces here? Some other fun titles. Let me kind of go back up. You don't have to be, my whole point is you don't have to be locked in to the way things are on a card, right? You have so many other things that you can do here, right? So you can just go right around and fussy cut around that opening, and you've got a really neat look to your titles. Okay, so that is my 10 and a half tips. I'll see if I can come across another example of that. But let's jump in, and I'm going to kind of, as we get started, I'm going to kind of look in and see if we have any questions as we're going through. And what I think would be fun for you to do is in the chat, when you see, so you now know, I'm going to go back, I'm going to show you my list again. Here's the 10 and a half ways of adding, and I'm sure there's more. You guys, if you think of more, add it to the chat. But what are some ways that we can add titles to our pages? And as I go through and share them from my albums, I'd love for you to go, oh, that's a laser cut title. Okay, put that in the chat. That's a stamp title. Put that in the chat. That's a Canva printed title or a punch title. Put that in the chat, right? So all these different things that you see, help me out and just kind of be on the lookout as we're going through, because I could not figure out, like I didn't want to keep going flip back, flip forward, go to a different album, flip forward for all these different types of titles, because on each of my pages, each of my albums, I just kind of, I vary it up. They're all different. Okay, so I'm just trying to clean up a little bit here. So we have a spot to take a look. And the other thing I wanted to do is share. I think as a content creator, it's also important that you see that what I do, my goal really is to finish my own albums, right? So when I share projects that I've been working on, or how to create a border or do different things, I want you to see what that finished product looks like in my album. And so that's a little bit what I want to do is share tonight as well. Okay, so we're going to start with my 2003 book, which is what I've been working mostly in lately. So I think I need to go up just a little bit higher so you can see. Okay, so does that look familiar to anyone? Ta-da! There's January right there. There's my cut title. And there's moments right here. There's where I did moments. And this is the one where I used the adhesive trick and it worked so well. Okay, so here's a great title. Now, what I want you to also be thinking about is, wow, what a difference it makes when you have a title versus when you don't have a title, right? Like it just kind of ties everything together once you start adding those finishing touches, the finishing words to your pages. So here's the cut title. Did anybody spot this one? Yes, the cricket. This one is actually from a mat pack, and that one is fussy cut. So can you see that word relaxing? I actually fussy cut that one out from a mat card and used just the word. So that was kind of the half I was just talking about, just the word on my page. Okay, so there's one. How about this one? Do you guys see some titles we talked about? How about this one? Ta-da! Love punch. Right? So there's the punch, and that's part of my border and the title. And once again, this was a border that I did on one of my Friday night scrapbookings, right? I think we did this together. This was one of the border ideas. So much fun. Now you get to see what that looks like finished. How about this one? Another cricket is combined. So if I have, and I love font duos, if we've talked about font duos. So I love a cursive font with an upright, kind of tall, skinny font, right? So this is the same one I showed you in Cricut Design Space, but I did add a layer to the back of that because the pink was just washing out on this page. So I needed that white background as something to pop. Now, does this page look familiar? Because we did this 2 weeks ago, but what a difference, right? This was simple cuts for simple pages. And I didn't have the title. And I didn't have this little sticker, and I didn't have a little, maybe I started the cluster, I can't remember. But I started this page with some simple cuts, putting down a layer here, a layer with the cloud border punch, this background layer. So if you want to see how this page came together, it's 2 weeks ago, Friday Night Scrapbooking. But what a difference with the title, right? Jazzberry, yes. Okay, how about this one? we've got kind of two different titles going on here. One, yep, this is a cut title. So I did this with my pop group. This was one of our, you're going to see a lot of different pop layouts, and we've got another one coming tomorrow. Super excited. And that'll be available later today or tomorrow morning. But there's another layout. Each month I give a sketch, and then starting this month, starting tomorrow, we are also going to have kind of a different formula for the pop crop. We're going to have a quick cut layout. We're going to have a sketch layout, and then we're also going to do a border. So it's going to be fun. But I'm trying to give a little more structure to what we're doing during the crop. So this was one of the pop crop layouts. And remember, if you're a member, take a picture of your interpretation of the sketch and then put it in the Facebook group, because I will be doing a drawing for a giveaway for those. Okay, this one is using die cut banner. This was like a banner that was from Creative Memories. Die cut banner, that's a simple title there. Okay, let's keep going. Here we have, again, similar to January, I did the same thing except with March. And if this looks familiar, this was the second layout I did with you 2 weeks ago, but now it feels finished because it has the title, right? Done. Just like that. Okay, add a few clusters and layering shapes, and you've got the simple cuts, and I've added a peekaboo pocket for more photos, and it's pretty much done. I still need to come back and do my journaling. Okay, here was the other title that I was sharing. This was the eggs, where I showed how I did my die cut out of the paper with the sticker backing, the Elizabeth Craft sticker backing paper. So that made this really easy to stick down. And then the coloring, I just used my Cricut to cut that out. Okay, we're going to keep going. These pages, I have a video if you're interested in how to create this little peekaboo pocket. Peekaboo, not a peekaboo pocket, it's a peekaboo page. But it was a scrap with me video from not this year, but I believe it was last year's National Scrapbook Day. And again, there's a cut title. So if you got the handouts on how to create these pages, this title was also included, the download for that you could just pull into your Cutter software. Okay, so let's keep going. Once again, stickers, using the sticker from the sticker sheet as a title. And then I want you to take a close look right here. I wanted my handwriting, so that title right there is my handwriting. Okay, just varied it a little bit, did more of a cursive handwriting versus my print cursive down here, and just put that on a little layering piece so that that was my title. Okay, it can be as simple as that. Titles don't always have to be big and jumbo size. They can be just a sweet little title like this. Okay. All right. So let's go back up, get the album in here. Okay. So we have that. Here's a die cut letter. Die cut, laser cut. Sorry. They're all merging together. Laser cut title. And again, I did a video on how to create this border. If you're interested, that's on my channel. This was with the Ladybug paper. And I showed how to create this fun border with that. And we did this border in a Friday night scrapbooking as well, right? I think we did this as a from the blog guide. We copied that. And don't forget, this is now available in my shop. And it was available for the month of June as a gift with purchase, the download. And I do have super fantastic news, I will say, which is I just sent this file off to a printer to have them print copies of this with a spiral binding. And so those will be available in my shop in about a week or so. And so if you have waited, there's going to be two options, either to get, if you want to just download and print your own, especially if you're one of my Aussie friends or Canadian friends, you're going to have to do that. The guide is available just for purchase for $20 in my shop. And there's 120 different border ideas with instructions in it. So that's just like this one. You'll have all the instructions on how to make that. And then the printed copy is going to be available for $30. But if you got this with a gift with purchase, I have a list of everybody who did that, and you're going to get a $10 off the printed version. So if you haven't printed it and are still interested, you can get it for $10 off. Just a quick little FYI for you all for that. That's what's coming. So this is just another page from using the border and how to create that border and turn it into a layout, right? How do we take that and turn it into a fun design for our pages? I have a few that I'm still working on. I believe we made this border together as well. And so you can see I've started working on putting my daughter's birthday page together with that border. And again, using laser titles already cut, and that creates a wonderful title for my pages. Okay. This one is also using die cuts. I forgot to mention that, but that is another thing. Sometimes our die cuts, our little die cut packs, also have titles in them, right? So we can use those on our pages as well. And this one was another video that I did. So this is kind of a layout share plus, hey, these are all the things you can learn how to do on my channel. And then these were both actually fonts that I have. So sometimes my die cut, my metal dies, I have like nice big beefy fonts too, which I love. So these were both cut with dies. And, again, using stickers as little ways to enhance your pages, those letters too. And here's one, the first time making its appearance. Do you guys see that one? There's some sticker letters. Yep. Cue the blue. That's right, Shannon. Cue the blue. So this one is a mix of sticker letters. These are just red ABCs. And then I added in, I felt like it just needed a little something else. So I got my book with all my laser titles out and thought, oh, that's perfect. Father's Day memories. I'm going to just put that right up there with my title. And it created a nice balance for the sticker letters. This was last month's Pop Crop sketch. So this is a sketch that you can also create, and it's a free download in the member area. Okay, the last page I want to share here, once again, this is actually going in another album, but this is a matte card that I decided to cut down and matte and then put in a peekaboo pocket. So again, taking those matte cards, they don't have to be stuck this way, but you can also cut them down, put them where you want them. This one, again, too, just as a little peekaboo. Okay, so let's get into a couple other albums that I have to share some other techniques with you. And we'll do just a quick little flip through on some of these. Okay, so you guys, we're going to go fast because I know a lot of these you've seen before. Laser cut, right? Matte pack. Stickers. You guys shout it out. Here's some more sticker letters. Yay! Sticker letters. Die cuts. Actually, I think this one, I think that was actually a Cricut cut. Okay. I want to get to the ones in here where stamped titles. So these, I was too afraid to put right directly on my page, but I wanted it on pattern paper. So I stamped this directly on the paper. Now I want you to take a kind of a close look at this. This is the whole word put on the block all at once. And so you can see how it's kind of spaced out evenly, all the letters painted, and then the same for desert. So that's one technique when you're adding titles for stamping. And here's another one with laser. This is a sticker. This was a die cut, another die cut. Here's a embellishment, right? Perfect embellishment for a title. This was a die cut, another die cut, or laser cut, I mean, for this one. And then, where is that? Oh, right here. Stamped, mud, period. Okay, another fun title, just mud. Here's another laser title, History in the Making. You know, that's another one that's stacked beautifully, just like this one, The Four-Legged Friend. Look how, you know, you could just add that to your page. What a beautiful layering piece. These are some sticker letters as well. Those were from way back, way back. Another laser die cut. I think that was a metal die that I have. And then here's some more stamped letters. Carrie! Yay! Carrie helped me do this one. Meteor Crater. So this one was a fun title to do. Again, as you can imagine, since Carrie helped me, this was a electronic cut title. Okay, so can you see how, just as I'm flipping through, you can see all these different ways I've added titles. Here's one where I just used my handwriting, a title with handwriting, right? Here's another die cut title. So all those little finishing pieces just have such that little bit of detail to kind of add to your page. This is a right justified, you know, so that's another thing you can try, is a right justified title with sticker letters. We usually justify or center, right? But change it up sometimes and do a right justification, and you've got a whole new look to your title. All right, you ready for a little bit more? Share a few more. I want to share the other type of stamping with you. And that one I did more in this album. And you know, sometimes we get these beautiful laser titles as well. So always kind of keep a lookout when Creative Memories comes out with these beautiful laser cuts, and those make awesome titles as well. Okay, so let me here's another one of those. And here's a matte card with a title. But I wanted to kind of mention here, this one is actually stamped letter by letter. So it's the same alphabet that I used in this album, but it's a different feel to that title because I just took each letter individually and stamped it. So I was able to get those letters closer together, right, from a stamped image. And I did that, I think, right here as well. And you can see there's even some overlap with the stamping. So This again is just another way that you can add um, layers and stamps to your album. I really do. I think it's fun. And like I said, sometimes if you just put it on the paper, if you make a mistake, you can always just cut another piece of paper and add that in. Okay, so there's another layered moments in here. And here is that the best, right? I showed that to you in my album, in my laser title album, and then this is another stamped title up here. Okay, so I'm hoping this will just kind of give you some ideas, different ways. And like I said, I've shared a lot of these before, but now this will be kind of a combination video where you can go, oh yeah, I remember. So this is actually stamping and die cuts. These are metal dies. I have this really tall, skinny alphabet that I love. And so I combined that with stamping. And the same over here, I have a small alphabet. So I just stamped in the moment on top of this journal card and added that into my album as well. Another look at using sticker letters. These are just ABCs added right in. And I think that's all from here. I kind of wanted to share, but you know, there's so many different, here's another stamped title, Morning Glory Pool. And the fun thing is when you have kind of a collection of fonts, both for dies and for stamps, you can kind of take a look at and see, oh, I need kind of a small, skinny, upright font, a block font, or, oh no, I want, sticker letters that are kind of cursive and that will take a lot of space in my book. So here's another one, stamped title here, and then I cut this out of dies, some letter dies that I have, Grand Tetons. So mixing things up is also a lot of fun whenever you do your titles. This one, stamped Snake River rafting, is with a die. This one has a title on top of a photo. Why not? Make it some more fun. Jackson Hole here. Okay, so we could go on and on. And there's one more album I want to share with you here that has just a little bit more of stickers, using ABC stickers. Remember, we don't always have to put those on straight, so you can put them on a curve. Use those Titletopia for waves and circles and ovals and different patterns. And then this album I did, let's see, where is the title? So here's another stamped title with more stamping here. And then you can mix it, stamping with your handwriting. Why not? Let's see how we can also use our own font, our own handwriting font, with some stamped titles. And then there was one other, so this is a matte card. And this one, here we go. So this one, again, using sticker letters for going around as the title, and then adding some stamps. So as just kind of a last point, sometimes what you'll notice I do too is if there's a certain font, or maybe 2 or 3 fonts, I like to repeat those in my album to give some consistency, so that let me see if I can find the other page with that. So right here, you see Volcano is the same alphabet font that I used here. And that just kind of ties this thread throughout my album that, you can do with paper and stickers, but you can also do that with different fonts and styles that you have of titles that you add. Okay, so was that enough ideas for you? For titles, we did a lot. Okay, let me come back here and just see if we have any questions that was a lot, right? Okay. All right. So, um, let's see. This whole album, such a beautiful, oh, thank you, Liz. Yeah, I know. So I really enjoy not only just, doing page by page or border by border, but then like here's what it looks like when we put the whole thing together. That to me is really important so that you can see that and see how, something is coming together for you all, not just, oh, I did a page here, did a page there. I really, really encourage you to get your pages and put them into albums so that you can enjoy them and, flip through them and just remember all those wonderful things that you did in your pages. Okay, so let's see. Any other, let me just check if I have cues for questions. Any questions? Lynette is asking, do I know if CM plans to bring out the matte cards in other tonal colors? Oh, I have not heard about that, Lynette. So I'm not sure. But I do like that they did it for this last go round, right? That was kind of fun that we have the matte cards to go with the paper. So, yep. Lori has a question. Is there a pop crop tomorrow? I'm so glad you asked because yes, there is. There is a pop crop tomorrow. And like I mentioned, we're doing the new format, which is the sketch, the simple cuts, and a border, as well as talking about all things pop, of course. And I do have some really exciting news that I want to share about some things that are coming up with pop in general, and I'll be sharing some of that at the crop, but I'll also share a little bit here if you hang on. And let's see. And I'll come right back to that. And oh, Kathy has a great idea. Can I make a handout of my title list and put it in my shop for us to put in our pop planner? I can do that, Kathy. Absolutely. You'll have to remind me though. Okay. Remind me, but I will try. I'll try to write it down so that we have that in the pop crop. So while we're talking about pop planners, pop crops, and all things like that, I do just want to share one other kind of fun, exciting thing that's happening. And as I mentioned, I've found, I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but I'm pretty sure a really great printer and so easy to work with. And so as I mentioned, the blog guide is going to have a printed volume. Oh, and Judy, if you're here, I know Judy was asking, when is volume 2 coming out? I haven't started on volume 2, but yeah, I know there are so many awesome borders on the blog. I mean, I just have this thing for borders. I just love borders. And having the borders with pictures and directions all in one place, that just, I just love it. I love this resource. So the printer, I'll have, my first run of these available, like I said, in hopefully about a week or so. But if you want a little sneak peek, we are also going to use this same printer. And if you've noticed in my shop, my photo folders have been sold out for a while. And the reason is because my last printer was really difficult to work with. And so finding this new printer has kind of breathed a breath of fresh air and given me some ideas again on what to do. So this is the absolute first showing of my new and improved photo folder. These are going to be available, as I mentioned, probably in a week or two. This is completely updated and brand new photo folder. and they are going to once again be scored and already cut ready for you. But I also, because this is a professional printer, we have talked about how to redesign the photo folder to make it even just a little powerhouse for you. So if you'll notice, it's not just subject and date. So all my previous folders were just, kind of, that's it. It was just subject and date. That was it. That was all the folder was. So I have redesigned this to have places that you can, a little dot grid on the front that you can take notes on, a little check off list if you've selected and sorted your photos, if you have told your story, if your pictures have been scanned, if your pages have been scrapped. How many times do we want to check that off? And then on the inside, again, more dot grid. If you want to take notes or draw sketches, you can. And then on the inside, don't forget. So if you loved this video or you loved a border that I did and you go, oh, these are the perfect photos, and I want to do this border that Lauren did on Friday Night Scrapbooking in June, you can make a little note right on your photo folder of the video reference, or if you have a sketch reference or a page number. So if you go, oh yeah, I want to do the Untamed Magic border, and that's on page 42, you can just write that down, sketch page, blog guide, page 42, and have that ready to go with your photos. So let me know what you guys think. I'm super excited about bringing you this new and improved photo folder. And they are still going to come in packs of 50 and so on. And then along with that, I've also rethought about how to really have something for you to jot down how to tell your story. Because as you know, journaling is super, super important to me, right? So I need to have the journaling as part of my albums. So this is the dot grid card, which I absolutely always love. You see, I have these and I use them all the time. And now I've also decided to add a flip side because my printer can actually print these for me. And it's going to have a little, here's the story on it. And you can see it's going to have who, what, when, where, and some details. So if you want to, while you're sorting pictures, just, let me see, I had a sample right here. Oops, where did I put it? Thought I put some, okay, now I can't find it. But say you have photos in here. I'm just gonna throw some photos in here like that, right? And again, you might have these photos on that side, and maybe I want to put these photos on this side. But now I need to remember the story. And, as time goes on, I think that, at least I know for myself, there's details that I start to forget. And even though I think I'm going to get to these pages and get to them quickly, there's a story that I want to capture, that I want to make sure I remember, right? And so this little card is going to help me just, take some quick notes about what was going on with these photos. And then guess what? You just slip it right in with your photos in the folder. And when you're ready to scrap, this is just a note, right? It's notes that you've taken. But if you want to write it up really pretty, just flip it over and then just go, oh yeah, what was this? Oh yeah, okay. And then journal on this side. And then you've got a beautiful dot grid. It's 100 pound paper, so it's not going to bleed through. It's beautiful cardstock. And so I love kind of the 2-for-1 idea. But if you like the grid, you could also just use this in your album as well. Or if you want to cut a little 4x4 piece off the grid, you can reuse it. And the nice thing about these is, you make a mistake on one side, flip it over, and you can use it on the other side. So I'm going to be offering these also in packs of 15, just like my dot grid. The price isn't going to change, even though it's now going to be double-sided printed. And so those will be available in my shop. So what do you guys think? I'm so excited. I had to share that with you because there's just been some behind the scenes stuff going on that I'm really, really super thrilled. To me, having a system, having the tools, having the right things, and that's what Pop is all about for me, is giving you the ideas, the tools on how to make your album making easier. So if it's, this is how you sort photos, this is how you take notes, this is how you tell your story, then keep it together. And then you put it in your Pop Planner. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Pop Planner because this printer is also going to be able to help me with getting those printed as well. So I'm excited. Okay. So the photo folders, yeah. Okay. Purchase the dot grid paper in my shop. Yes. So the dot grid is currently available in my shop, but like I said, in hopefully about a week or so, I'm going to have, it'll be double-sided. So it'll be dot grid on one side and grid on the other side with the here's the story to it. Okay. And Sue says she needs those new photo folders. And I'm so excited to kind of bring some new ideas to you and share that with you. So making our progress on projects easier, faster, fun, and all that good stuff. Okay, I want to make sure that I didn't forget anything that I needed to tell you tonight. You can see I have a huge pile here, but have my notes. So let me just also, as I mentioned, I should share one other fun little thing. I can do a show and tell really quick. Let me go over to my overhead one more time. And let me share, there's a brand new third quarter, right? Because we're in July. So we have third quarter exclusive gift. And if you want to take a peek at what that is, it's the new summer denim paper and embellishment pack. So this is going to be available starting next week. I'll be getting this in because of the holiday. We're running a little behind, but starting next week, orders of $100 or more from my shop, you get this added into your gift, into your box. If you're buying paper, if it fits in your shipping box, you get this with a $100 order. So it's the Summer Denim Designer Paper Pack. Super cute. Isn't it fun? Look at these pages. Look at all these designs. I love them. Summer Denim. There's the paper. So that's a free gift with purchase, and you get the little embellishment pack too. And can I just say that to me, when I saw these, I thought, layering shapes, how cute these would be with layering shapes. So there's a little jean pocket, a little sunshine, some little daisies. This one that says, what a life. Isn't that cute? So these are advisor only exclusives, which means the only way I can get this to you is for me to get it, and then I can gift it to you. So that's going to be available starting next week in my shop as a free gift with purchase. And then also the Q3 sketch booklet. As many of you know who've ordered from me, you can add that to your cart for free with any purchase. You can get the sketch booklet. So I think those are due in on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll be switching from Q2 sketch booklets to Q3 sketch booklets as a free gift with any order. So you can actually get the sketch and the summer denim pack starting next week. And also just a quick note that I have also added backyard barbecue and cabin time to my shop. So those are also now available in a bundle. So you can get the paper, an organizer, and the exclusive paper packs if you are interested in those, if you didn't get those on the website. Okay, so, phew, huh, a lot. Okay, any other questions? Thank you for all your encouragement. I love it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the hair compliments. I don't know. I'm just, it's just got a mind of its own. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it's got a mind of its own. I've really never gone this light before, but thank you for the compliments. So there you go. Okay. I did order a lot of the summer denim, Kathy, and there's more coming. So yes, they're super fun, super sweet. So that's my gift. I should just also, let me wrap up with this. One of the things that I get a lot of questions on. So I have kind of two types of customers. I have customers that order with my Creative Memories link, right? So if you go to creativememories.com, user Lauren Hines, and you see my little picture pop up, then you are affiliated with me as your advisor. If you do that, you should get an email from me and a little thank you gift in the mail. This is kind of, new within maybe the last 3 or 4 months. I have a little thank you gift that I send out. And in that card, it kind of gives you some info on how to get into my VIP groups. A lot of you already are in my VIP groups, but if you have ordered with my CM link, you get to go into my Creative Memories VIP Facebook group where I do my giveaways. And then I also have a VIP shopping area on my website just for my CM customers. So I kind of have to break things into two. I have those people who have chosen me as your advisor, and that really warms my heart. And so I have to make that special for you. But I also have people who just, missed out on getting something and they want to just get things from my online shop. And so those people, that's how I do special little gifts. So I try to do different things for, and you can be a customer in both. That's totally fine too. But the gifts like this are for people who have ordered in my online shop. So I know sometimes a little confusing. Sometimes people think, well, I ordered in the online shop. Can't I get into the VIP? And they're two separate things. The online shop are for, I have to fill those orders. I pull inventory and all of that stuff and do all the shipping myself. And with my helper as well, Angelica helps me. So that is kind of labor intensive, but it has its own perks from being able to shop in the shop, right? And I do different gifts with that, like the sketches and the things that I can get and give to you there. But if you've ordered from my Creative Memories website, I also want that to feel special as well. So that's what my VIP group and my giveaways and the things that I do in my Facebook group are for. So I know I'm probably went on and on about that, but I know it's a little confusing sometimes. So let's see. Oh, yes. And Jessica, that's a great question. I am working on getting a source for those Daiso pen holders. Yes. And so that's another thing I like to put in my shop are those kind of unique things that you may not have access to. Like some of my favorite dies, my favorite labeling pens. You guys know how much I love those things. And all those can be found in my shop. So as well as layering shapes and things like that, kind of have come out of, my Craft Some Joy space. Okay. Is it TMI? Too much information for you? I hope not. Okay. So thank you for joining in. And I hope the beginning of this video will give you all those wonderful ideas for titles and different ways that you can add those to your pages. There's always so many fun things that you can do to add that little special touch to your pages. So thank you all for joining in. And okay, so yes, so arting with my nomies. I got my little gift this week. So you are welcome. So now, yeah, it'll come in hopefully a green envelope. So if you've ordered with me, you can do that. So yeah, okay, I will check the VIP group. So sometimes I have to kind of go through and make sure who's requesting to join actually should be in that group. Okay. All right. So thank you. Any other questions? Yeah, Belinda's like, I do both. I go online and on CM and I cover both bases. I love it. Oh, Mary says there's a question about, okay, it went away. What happened? A question about how to participate in the pop crop. And she answered. Yeah, it's not too late. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you. It's not too late to join the pop crop, even for tomorrow. I don't send out, and that's why I purposely kind of wait till late on Friday night to make sure I can gather everyone who is a member. But I have the Zoom link, so it's live via Zoom, 4 hours of pop crop, and Mary Smith helps me run that. And so you can join even up till tomorrow. You just go into the member area and the Zoom link is posted, and we start at noon Pacific. So you have to change the time to your zone. And we go until 4 p.m. Pacific. So that would go, until your whatever time you're in, 12 to 4. And you can come and go as you need. It is recorded. The entire 4 hours is recorded. And then usually by Sunday afternoon, I have the recording up so you can watch and rewatch all you need in the member area. And all the past crops are available. All the past downloads are available. So everything, once you're a member, you get access to all of that. So it's all there. Thank you, Carrie, for Mary. I saw Carrie pop up. So I hope, did that answer questions about pop? Yeah, I see Carrie was reminding me some people had pop questions too. Okay. Yes, Keisha got hers too. It was a surprise. Awesome. So Sherry says, can we get the update to the photo folder to print on our own? I am still debating on that. So I'll let you know. Okay. So haven't decided. It was a lot of work to come up with that one, but I'll have to think about it. Okay. Good question. So Debbie says, pop crop is fun. You should join. Thank you, Debbie. And I can't wait to have Debbie come on Friday Night Scrapbooking. You guys, we're going to keep twisting her arm until she says yes. Okay. So, yes, thank you. So Keisha, I know this will be your first pop crop. So welcome, welcome. All right, friends, we have gone for a while now, and I'm sure you probably want to get to the rest of your evening. So once again, thank you for joining in and spending your Friday night or Saturday if you're in Australia with me. And it's so good to see all of you here, and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. And until next time, I hope you take time to craft some joy. Bye for now.